What celebrity would you most like to sleep with? Angelina Jolie. I'd love to have a go on that. She's an attractive woman, isn't she? I had a dream about her a couple of weeks ago. I'm not saying it was sexy. I had to get the sheets off with a toffee hammer. That's a weird joke, isn't it? Because at once your mind has to go, and, oh, toffee hammers. I realise I haven't got much of a chance with Angelina Jolie. She's with Brad Pitt. I've got a face like a potato. My only chance with her is if I black up and check myself into a Mozambique orphanage. Bad things come in threes. Good example of that is Atomic Kitten. Every time I think of Atomic Kitten, actually, I'm slightly saddened because I think, well, somewhere in the northeast, there's a supermarket, 3 checkout girls short. I wrote that joke for a thing called Worst Britons, where I had to write jokes about lots of celebrities. It was a programme that we put on Channel 4. I wrote this as well, if it's of any interest to you. I went to a car boot sale the other week. I found this old, brown, bent, leathery tool. Turned out to be David Dickinson. I like everything about the 69 apart from the view. The perineum, or taint. I like to call it the Amanda Holden. Because like Amanda Holden, on Britain's Got Talent last year, it's the bit between the arsehole and the... So, like, the end of the gig, I have to go on again, because everyone had to go on for the encore to sing the national anthem. And I'm stood next to Ed Sheeran. He's a mate of mine, he's a lovely guy. And we stood there, and oh, right, we've got to go and sing the national anthem. Right, we'll go together. And he's looking at Buckingham Palace. We're back, and he's going, wow, the house is massive. How much money do you think she's got? I went, she's on money, motherfucker. Stevie Wonder's in front of us, right? And he's got his hand on the guy's shoulder to be led out. And he sort of goes, what are we doing? And I went, we're singing the national anthem. And he goes, I don't know the words. And I went, don't worry, they're on auto cue. And Stevie Wonder goes, motherfucker. And then when we walk out, he gets his harmonica out. We're behind him. He gets his harmonica out, and just for me and Ed Sheeran, it's not on the recording, but freestyles over the national anthem just so me and Ed can hear it. It was like magical. So cool. And then we're in the lineup. Before you know it, we're in the lineup. There are enough names in this story. We're in the lineup. I'm standing next to Peter Kay in a Beefeaters outfit.
Nice.
Right? And opposite Paul McCartney. And I go, all right, Paul? Just call him Paul. Brilliant. I go, and we start chatting about Blackbird, which is my favourite Beatles song, one of my favourite songs of all time, and I'm chatting about the lyrics and the civil rights movement and how did you come about the lyrical, whatever. And Peter just goes, can you talk about something normal? and we both kind of were slightly embarrassed and went, I think I live around the corner from you, because I live quite close to him. And then we started talking about the best place to get a vegan breakfast in our neighbourhood. Because my missus is vegan, so we knew. We talked about tofu scramble.
Nice.
And we got interrupted, quite rudely, I felt, by the Queen. So the Queen potters along, and so he walks there, and I said, that reminds me, I've got to buy stamps. Second laugh from the Queen, brilliant. And then before you know it, we're at like properly, like a showbiz party, but it's in Buckingham Palace, like not in a side, like in the main bit of Buckingham Palace. And I was like overexcited. And I don't really drink that much, but I was like, I'll have a few, come on, this is crazy. And Prince Harry's there. And Prince Harry had done an interview with the tabloids like the week before where he went, oh, no one wants to be my girlfriend. He just split up with a girl. He went, no one wants to be my girlfriend because of the pressure of the job. Mm. And I went up to him and went, yeah, because famously, no young girls want to be princesses. Turns out he was fucking right. That job's a lot of pressure. But at the time, and I'd been teasing Cheryl Cole all day. I'd been going, oh, you're single, she's just broken up with someone. And I said, you're single, Harry's single, I'm going to set you up later on. She was going, oh, no, Pat, oh, no, don't, stop teasing, no, don't, you're embarrassing me. Because she's adorable. And so I went up to Harry, I was having this conversation, I went, look, I hope you don't mind, but I've been teasing Cheryl Cole all day because she's single, you're single. I was just, if you go up to her, she'll die because I said I was going to set you up. And he went, yeah, great, let's do this. I went up to her and introduced and was incredibly charming, and she was fucking terrified. I think she dodged a bullet in the end. Well done. Fucking... Yeah.
So I met an armed police officer. His only job is to guard our queen, to make sure that no one steals our queen and uses her head to photocopy it and make their own money and stamps. I don't know. So I walked up to this armed police officer outside Buckingham Palace. I said, security. He went, yeah. Here's his question. He said, are you in Al-Qaeda? I went, no. As you were. I thought, this guy seems fun. So I asked him, I said, does anything funny ever happen when you're rolling with the Queen? He said, yeah. I'll tell you this story. Has to be in confidence, though. I said, you can trust me. He is not a good judge of character. I'm also in Al-Qaeda. No, I'm not. Or am I? No. So he told me the story. He said the Queen, her whole entourage, she travels with about 15 people. They went up to Glasgow last year. She was opening a drop-in centre for homeless alcoholics. Of course in Glasgow. Where else would you fucking put it? It's very much ground zero for homeless alcoholics. It's their biggest export. So the Queen's there, and she's cutting through the ribbon like a fucking ninja, and all the usual suspects are there. There's the mayor, there's the local dignitaries, there's the chairman of the charity, the people that work in the local office, and they got a couple of the homeless guys, the alcoholic homeless guys from Glasgow, that the charity has helped in other locations, suited and booted, washed and brushed there to meet the Queen, so that she could see the people that have benefited from her kind works. Lovely. So the Queen, as we all know, has only got one bit of shtick, which is the question, what do you do? That's her only question. She doesn't point like that, that'd be mental. But that's her only question, what do you do? That's all she asks. She said to a Scottish alcoholic homeless man, what do you do? And he came back, rather epically, I feel, with, same as you, nothing. Apparently, she was fucking terrified.
What order would you do Girls Aloud in? Most men in this room have given that concerted thought. Even though we know it's never going to happen, we want to be ready just in case. In case we ever get a knock on the door from the 5 girls saying, I want you now, we want to be able to say, come in, ladies, the rota's on the fridge. I can explain myself. Cheryl first. I'll tell you why Cheryl first. I find her the most attractive, so I definitely want to get that one done. And let's face facts, I might only have one in me. 5 is not going to happen. Be honest, guys, 5 is never going to happen. Like every man in this room, the only time I've ever wanted to have sex twice is before I've had sex once. The ladies know what I'm talking about. You've all been over-promised to. I'm gonna make love to you all night long. Or until I get sleepy. Let's see which comes first. I came first. Night-night. I would have the ginger one in the room at all times. Stop me going off early. Oh, Cheryl, I'm just about to... Oh. Oh, we're back in the game.
All right. Anne Widdecombe, George Clooney, if you had to. You'd go for Anne Widdecombe? Are you mental? She's got a face like a bulldog licking the piss off a nettle. And she's a hell of a size. You're a slip of a lad. She'd fuck you in half. And that is only where your problems begin, because I imagine her peachy pouch, her Lala, her Fufu, her Wendy, her special lady garden, call it what you will, I bet it looks like a badger that's been hit with a shotgun. I bet there are police divers that would be squeamish about going down on that. I bet it looks like a bulldog eating mayonnaise. I bet George Clooney's got the prettiest cock you've ever seen. Why don't you just spit roast her? You're suggesting I double team Anne Widdecombe with George Clooney. Now that is a celebrity sex tape that would sell. I keep on getting mistaken for Alan Carr.
So what I've done is I've stopped sucking men off. That was my hand symbol for no more cock.
Hello, I'm Jimmy Carr, and that was an old clip of me. That happened in the past when I was funny. I'm still funny now. Come and see me live on tour. Join in. IRL. Yeah, kids.